If you could be the greatest of all time in any sport, which sport would you choose to dominate? As in you wake up tomorrow and you are the best to have ever done it in your prime in any sport. I have no interest in being a celebrity and I'm Finnish. So obviously Formula 1. I'd get to travel a bunch. Say nothing and compete with Raikkonen in who can be quieter. Win a championship. And retire. It would be a great one-year hobby and then I'd just leave without saying a word. Surprised no one is saying heavyweight MMA champion. Knowing you could beat up pretty much everyone on the planet must feel like being a tiger walking through the jungle. Formula 1. Travel to all sorts of exotic locations and drive really fast. That'd be a fucking dream come true. Plus the current experts of the field, such as Max Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton, make absolute fucking bank through not only driver salary but also endorsements, appearances, etc. Football. It's the most watched sport, with worldwide impact and the one I personally like the most. Any answer other than golf is incorrect. Massive pay, low risk of injury, extraordinarily long career duration along with exciting post-retirement tournaments, extravagant wealth and luxury at most events, fresh air and grass. The only downside is a potential sponsorship by Buick. Basketball is my favorite sport, but I think being the best basketball player at 5'7" is quite ridiculous. Lol. The 3 highest paying athletes right now are all soccer players, so I'd pick that sport. Triathlon. I think it would make me pretty well rounded. Baseball. Get millions. Rare injuries. Rare concussions. People play into their 40s regularly and retire without incredible bodily harm usually. Or golf, but then you gotta hang out with people who like golf. Strongman. Easily. There's not a ton of money in it, trending better though. And being strong is one of my favorite feelings. Plus, I could do it well past the peak age. Unlike most other sports where there's not really a master version of the sport. Ultimate surrender. If you know, you know. Snooker. It pays far more than anyone would assume. And your practice can literally be down at the pub. It is low effort physically. Has tours all over the world. Can translate into other billiard sports. And you are not famous enough to have to worry so much about strangers in the street. Golf. Using my cheap-ass 40-year-old clubs and my dad's 1-iron. I'd have local kids caddy for me at each tournament. Not the country club douchebags. The public school golf team 19 handicap kids who work part-time at the driving range. I'd go on Reddit and insist Nicholas was better than me. Maybe golf, since that's a sport I could probably do well into and past middle age. Supposing I would in fact have that talent. Baseball. Most money and least physically harming long term. Probably soccer. It's a truly global sport. Chess. I don't know if I understand the premise, but since I am past the prime for most sports and I will just be waking up with the recognition of having done it, do I get the money? If I get the money, then basketball. If I don't and I just get recognition, probably F1, so I have global recognition and can throw my name around to get free stuff, maybe write a book. It's gotta be tennis surely. Physically demanding. And to top it all off, imagine playing 6-7 hours to win against Federer, Djokovic or Nadal. Insane stuff. Swimming. Maybe basketball. Considering the most successful athlete in history is a basketballer. It would also be hilarious if the greatest NBA player in history is a white guy from Australia. Gymnastics, powerlifting. I like being strong, but it's hard to choose which kind of strength I'd prefer, so either one is good. To all those talking about sports for self-defense, I'll see your MMA and raise you 3 gun. 100 meters sprint. Woman fastest person on the planet. Soccer. Biggest sport in the world. Golf. A lot of money to win. Not hard on the body, but you're still in motion most of the time. Can play until very old. Fancy clubs to hang out in. Caddy BFF shenanigans. Sign me the fuck up. Surfing. Not a ton of money in it, but you'd have year-round summer and only be in beautiful places. Tennis. American football. Just so they know it's an English man. That's the best player in the world. Think of the outrage. Hockey. America's Cup yacht racing. I get to be rich. Only have to perform once every 4 years. Sailing is pretty cool. Otherwise, is American Gladiators still a thing? Football, the European one, literally the most popular and best sport to ever exist. Well, the only sport I actually enjoyed doing was judo, so I'll go with MMA. Sounds fun to beat the shit out of people. And get my shit knocked in, plus being the greatest in it. OMG, imagine the confidence boost, like you could walk around and just know that you could take anyone in a fair fight. Hell, you could take a lot of people in a lot of unfair fights even. Plus I do have a silver and copper medal for some MMA tournaments. Would be nice to get first in it. I'm happy and proud of my accomplishments still, but it would just be that much better if I had a gold one too. World's strongest man. Golf. F1 or NHL. Both are things I'd enjoy doing. Curling. Gymnastics. Specifically vault or trampoline. Loved it when I was younger and competed for a while. But then I got too tall and I also kinda lost interest when I got to later high school. Flying through the air with confidence and control is something I truly miss. I would want to be the greatest of all time in the lamest competitive sport imaginable, something like foosball or air hockey or something more obscure that no one cares about. Billiards. Baseball in the 80s. Such a beautiful game before it got ruined by hotheads and juiced balls. Golf or mega yacht racing. Golf. International fame. Some of the highest paid athletes of all time. Low chance of injury, and you could literally play in some sort of league until you're damn near dead. Basketball would be my second choice. Cooler sport than golf in general. Higher chance of injury though. But I'm betting basketball players get more girls. Plus I'd probably be tall AF if I was the greatest b-ball player of all time. Baseball. Pretty competitive and fun while not forcing me to abuse my body. Soccer. I mean, with amount of money, fame you will get, then why not? Not to mention the idea of an Indian being the goat of soccer, lol. Probably whatever gets me the most money aside from golfing. 'Cause fuck golfing. It's not a real sport and is just a way for old fucks to talk while saying they are negotiating business and making connections. Pocket billiards. MMA just because of the hype walkouts and videos, lol. Probably golf. Travel around the world playing on beautiful courses, raking in tens of millions with minimal chance of a serious injury. As the others have said, football. Best paid sport and it's no contact. MMA or American football, I guess. Soccer, because all the money. Even though I hate soccer. Baseball. Just trying to hit a baseball square with a round wooden bat is hard. Throw-in pitchers throwing very hard with milliseconds to react, as well as major league teams trying to find your weakness to exploit. Be pretty sweet if I could beat Gordon Ryan in BJJ completely natty. Competitive sex. Soccer man. Biggest sport in the world. Get to wear the freshest clothes. Eat at the chillest restaurants and hang out with the hottest dudes.